Hi, this is Levy DeMonte, and I'm basically in class again. This is all the students who just left. And my feedback for this time is that, yeah, it was good to go back and use the computers as much as possible. Um, Today, there was something in the air. This is Thursday, and the students weren't as motivated as prior days. So now this is the end of the third week. I do plan to bring other things into the classroom, but they were engaged, at least. They were engaged for the 2 hours. We ended up taking a 20-minute break because one of the students had brought donuts. So, but even after the sugar rush, they were still kind of like, oh, okay, cool, just kind of running through the motions. So this is the third week. I am, for fourth week, going to give a test, and I might do that through Canvas. And how did AI help? Well, we got a chance to talk to ChatGPT. The students did bring in their headphones, and a lot of their headphones came with mics, so that wasn't an issue. And it was pretty cool, right? I kind of modeled, hey, talk slower, judge my pronunciation, and it did a really good job. And I could tell that they piqued their interest, but it wasn't that kind of excitement that I was expecting. And again, that was an all-day thing. Little disappointed in how long it takes to get a lesson prepared using this vibe coding. My goodness. I really yesterday backed myself in a wall, in a corner, trying to vibe code myself out of things. And in the end, it was like, okay, no, start over. Let's start over. And we had to I really had to start over from scratch. And quite honestly, I still didn't like the results. So this vibe coding thing, I mean, I'm going to have to get a little bit better, but I was sitting there for it was entertaining. That's for sure. It was very entertaining. But I think I was sitting at the desk for almost 2 hours. And really, the end result was not usable, definitely not production ready. So I'm going to start off by really doing the initial parts of the software life cycle and at least have requirements written down and really know what the target is, like all the requirements written down, and then stuff that into the vibe coding part and not just trying to feel my way through it. It's very cool with Gemini. I was using Gemini on a VS Code, and that AI is powerful. But if you're going to want to not lose hours, and I think in the end have something because we're trying to get these lessons out to eventually talk a lesson into existence, a usable lesson without surprises into existence. And I want to be able to say, okay, give me this lesson, give me that lesson. Man, I just asked it to make a seating chart, and really, not a seating chart, an attendance utility. I asked it for an attendance utility, and the back and forth, trying to look through the code about what's going to happen. And I code, right? So that was kind of cheating to me. I'm like, no. I don't want to look at the code. But I had to look at the code because there was just a lot of nonsense going on. And a lot of the UI wasn't working. If I didn't know code, I wouldn't even know how to talk to the AI to get it to correct things. So as a teacher, is vibe coding really viable? I don't know. I need more practice. Yeah. But it is definitely good as an engagement tool. If you don't know how to code, it will get you to start thinking in algorithms, which is something I should have been doing instead of playing around. And so moving forward, definitely a lot more structure. And that's about it. As far as how I took attendance today, I just used a regular spreadsheet. didn't even use that production thing. And I could have maybe, but it wasn't really compelling enough. So sometimes you're making tools for the sake of making tools and trying to skip steps or do something that wasn't was like extremely unnecessary. This tool isn't for the students, it was just for me. Again, I thought I would be able to talk it into existence. Didn't happen for me. But using the spreadsheet, a lot easier, a lot more practical than vibe coding. All right, those are my thoughts for today.